look, I just found a nice piece here. Right here. Oh, it's fairly big. Great. Here's another one. It's a little larger than the last one. It's nice agate. I think that's another one, or no, it's not. I suspect this might be an agate. Right here. Is it? Yeah, it looks waxy. Cool. I think this is another one. Nice. Glowing in the sunlight. So these should be all the rocks that I picked up on the beach. After I got home, I did toss some of these agates into a big bowl of other agates that we had picked up from that beach in the past. Then I remembered and I picked out as best as I could what I picked up on that beach. I think I got all of them, and I don't think I got any that were not from that trip. So here they are. So let's talk about the agates first. We have some agates, we have some other rocks here as well. But on that beach, this was the biggest one that I found that day. I think it has a fair amount of quartz in it. It's not pure agate, but I think it does have agate in it as well, as you can see from some of these lines here. So I think this would be an interesting cutter for sure. At some point, I'm going to cut this open and have a look to see how it looks like inside. This is a nice one also. It has very nice lines all over. There's host rock on the bottom. What I found interesting about host rock is that it seems to have, it seems quite porous. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but lots of little holes. Almost like it's bone. I'm not sure if it's possible for agate to form on and through bone, like a big, fairly big chunk. I think this thing on top here is mostly just all agate. I think. Maybe I should just cut it open also and have a look. Or it could just be some sedimentary rock. I'm not sure. What do you think? Maybe you could let me know in the comments. This one is one of the nice ones. I did capture footage of me picking this one up. Spray it a little bit. It's one of the nicer ones. I think it's large, has good size, and it's fairly clear. I like the clear ones, especially when they have some color to them, like gold or yellow or orange. Yeah, this is very nice. And there are lots of smaller ones. I think this one might actually just be quartz or quartzite. And this one, I'm not sure. It could be, it could also just be quartzite as well. This one is also very white and likely to also just be that. Although sometimes these have some agate content as well, and then they polish up really nice. So this is a candidate for that. Okay. This guy here, it looks yellow, but it's actually agate. You can see that it's fairly transparent, has transparent, also transparent areas. It's heavily included, so that's why it doesn't look like much at first. This one I captured footage of me picking this one up. You might remember. Yeah, it's a dark agate mixed in with I think a lot of host material. Pretty cool. This one, from its bumpy nature, I think it's agate. When I look at it, it's mostly fairly, it's just translucent at best in most places. Although it has these interesting transparent strings running through it. It was pretty cool. And there's a whole bunch of these smaller ones. There's a nice clear one. Yeah, overall, not a bad day on the beach. Not the best either. I feel like that beach has produced better in the past. Okay, let's talk about some of these other rocks. I picked up some of these darker rocks also. These ones in the past I've picked up smaller ones of these, and they polish up really nice. I think this is one of them. I'm not sure, but I thought that this has a nice pattern to it, like this black and this brown, almost like a world map of an alien planet. Same goes for this one. Similar idea, black, brown, red. Quite interesting. It's a little bit large for my tumbler. I might tumble it, but it actually is a little bit large. So I'm not quite sure what I'll do with this. This is a fairly strange looking rock for that area. It's very flat. Okay, very flat. I picked it up because I noticed that it has a lot of material embedded, a lot of different things embedded in it. If you look very closely, well, the biggest piece here seems to be maybe a piece of brown jasper. Lots of other things, something transparent looking over there. Hopefully one of these days I'll get a microscope and look at it under the microscope. It could be very interesting to look at. Okay, here there's some couple of pieces of jasper. I think I didn't find all the jasper that I picked up. I think I misplaced a few of them, but yeah, here are a couple of them. Kind of a yellow and a red, brown one. That beach has a fair amount of conglomerates. So here they are, some conglomerates. Usually I try to get the ones that don't have too many holes in them. They do tumble up very shiny as well. This one's interesting. This one Um, its contents are fairly well defined compared to the other ones, like say this. So I liked it when I saw it. I thought it was pretty cool. Now this one, after I got home, I looked more at it, and I couldn't put my finger on it at first, but it seemed weird. It seemed very different from all the other ones that I found on the beach in the past. Mostly because of this. It's like a very precisely drawn rectangle. Do you see that? Like what caused that? So then I thought maybe it's not actually geological. Maybe it's a fossil. And I did some research, and now I'm beginning to think that this could be um, a bunch of crinoid fossils. So I looked up online, and there are a lot of pictures of crinoid fossils. And crinoids are these prehistoric worm things with like a flower-looking head on top. But they have these long tubes, and here you can see kind of like a long tubey thing, and kind of opening up here. I'm not sure if that's really visible to you. And some of their cross sections in the photos I've seen look rectangular. You know, if you take the cross section at the right place, this would be a rectangle. This will be a cross section of one of the tubes. And if you do a cross section in a perpendicular way, you get circles. Like here, you see a bunch of circles, right? So this makes me highly suspicious that it might be a mess of crinoid fossils. And I've seen pictures of those, like a bunch of crinoids all fossilized in one mess in a rock. If so, then this would be a great find for me. I've never found anything like that before. But I'm thinking to visualize this, I should probably cut this open, but I'm not sure what direction is the best. Do you think I should cut it this way and avoid that rectangle, or should I cut through the rectangle and try to see if it's actually a semicircle? So let me know in the comments below what you think the best direction would be to cut this. So one option is cut through the rectangle in a line like that and down through the circles, these circles down here, to see if the circles, when cut, show tubes. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm new to this. Okay, last rock I'll talk about is this one here. It's a dark green rock with dots, light colored dots. The dots are actually a very light. They're often actually a very light green, maybe a light blue. I'm not sure if you can actually see that here. This one here is a light greenish blue. I've picked up smaller examples of such rocks in the past, and here you can see the dots kind of like they've merged together and they're a light green. They're very beautiful and very shiny when polished. And here you can see the dots are actually more light green. Yeah, here's an example of its smaller brother that I picked up and polished in the past in a tumbler, like tumbled polished. Yeah, it's very pretty. It polishes up really nice, and with those light blue-green dots, it's just very pleasing to look at. Yeah, so I was happy to find a large example of this rock. I'm not sure what it is, so if you know, let me know in the comments. For this one, it's once again probably too big for my tumbler. I'm not sure. I might try. Yeah, I'll have to decide if I'm going to tumble it or maybe slab it and try to make cabs. What do you think? All right, so that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this trip with me to the beach and looking at my finds. I'll see you next time.